What would you say is the meanest thing someone has done to you?
Stole our sleeping bags.
Stolen our sleeping bags, stolen bags of food while
No
we've been
way.
asleep, stolen rucksacks with our dirty laundry and things
And
in it.
it had our passports in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, who steals a bag of food
Yeah,
from
that's what I'm
someone
thinking.
that you know is homeless? Like,
Exactly.
what is the purpose of that?
Yeah. All right. So Joseph and Yaz, thank you so much for talking to us. First of all, Joseph, I'll start with you. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. And Yaz?
I'm 40.
40. Okay. And you guys are a couple, right?
Yeah.
How long, Joseph, have you been homeless for?
It's been 6 months now.
6 months. And Yaz, yourself?
Well, yeah, we've been homeless
All right.
together.
All right. And don't mind me asking, have you been a couple before you became homeless or after?
Before.
Before. Okay. How long you guys been together for?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Okay. And I want to ask both of you guys, how did you guys actually end up being homeless? What happened?
I'd say it's like a combination of things.
Yeah.
It wasn't one particular thing.
And Joseph, if you hold the microphone up a little bit, yeah?
It wasn't one particular thing.
Okay.
It was just a combination of circumstances and events and situations that kind of cascaded.
What would you say is the biggest factor? What was the biggest event that?
Unemployment, location as
Okay.
well with the council. At the moment, what Newham tended to do, we're not going to lie, we have like certain substance issues.
Yeah.
But what they did was everyone they housed, they just picked up everyone that needed housing or emergency accommodation. Or
Okay.
like we were about to lose our place because of the COVID stuff. He's a roofer,
Yeah.
but he didn't have any work,
Okay.
so we couldn't pay the rent and other things like that. We couldn't support.
Were you in Newham before?
Yes.
Okay.
Newham basically picked up everyone that needed housing, but anyone with a substance issue, they basically just put them all in this one little area in Ilford. They just created like a little drug ghetto.
Was it like a building or
It's
outdoors?
not one particular building, but
Yeah.
you know, all around that little Cranbrook Road area.
Yeah, I do.
You know, Mansfield Road,
Yeah.
Argyle Road. You know, if you
Yeah,
know the area,
yeah.
you know what it's like there.
Okay,
Like,
it's not the safest and it's quite
not
rough.
safe, it's not good. Even the buildings. I mean, the building they put us in, you wouldn't have to leave to school.
Because we was on script before.
Well, I mean, we were scripted. We were moved out of the area, away from everyone, which is what we wanted.
Yeah.
But they just put us back in there.
Okay. And how was your life like before you became homeless?
Tough, but I mean, we were getting there. We were on script. We were engaging with rehab services.
And you said you were a roofer.
Yeah, I was working, yeah.
Yeah. And were you working as well, Yaz?
I wasn't, but I was kind of, you know, getting myself straightened out, getting back in contact with my children.
Okay, you got kids as well?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3. Have you got any kids, Joseph?
Yeah, I've got a son, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got-
When was the last time you both saw your kids?
Well, I've been in touch with my children for the last couple of months,
Okay.
but obviously with all of this stuff happening, it hasn't helped. I haven't been able to really be in touch with them as much as I would
Okay.
like to, and until I get my housing sorted, it's not really appropriate.
Are the homeless charities working with you guys?
The charities are brilliant.
They are?
Yeah, the charities around here, the services like the
Okay.
Source and places like that, they're really good.
What kind of things are they helping you with?
Well, they help with day-to-day kind of practical needs, you know, food, clothing, sleeping bags,
okay.
things like that. But what they can't help with is anything long-term.
Accommodation and stuff, basically,
Yeah, like, you know, the long-term solutions you need. They can't help with that stuff.
which is the main thing.
And that's all based on the local authorities. They
Yeah.
have to pick that up. I mean, we've got outreach workers that email and phone the council for us, and they just sit there on their hands because like, they don't get any reply from them.
Okay.
So there's not really
That must
much
be
they
so
can
frustrating
do.
for you guys, isn't
It's
it?
frustrating for everyone. It's frustrating for the key workers. There's a woman around here called Carly.
Yeah.
Like, if you speak to her, she
Okay.
can fill you in on all
Yeah.
of that from that side.
And can I ask you, where do you guys currently sleep?
Either outside Tesco's or there's an abandoned building. We won't give the location.
No, that's
of,
fine, yeah, but-
if it's raining and cold, then we tend to go in there
Okay.
just to stay out of the rain.
And how did it feel for you guys that, you know, before you had your own place you were staying at and, you know, you had a job as well, and then ending up sleeping on the streets? How was that transition for you guys?
Tough. I mean, it's like a complete culture shock in a way. You kind of end up in a completely different world almost.
Is this your first time being homeless?
First time like this properly on the
Yeah?
streets.
What about
I mean,
for
we've
you,
kind
Joe?
of sofa served.
Yeah, first
Yeah?
time on the streets, yeah.
Okay. And do you remember that first day that you became homeless? How was that like?
think it was just like it felt like a bit of a daze, like in a bit of a dream world.
Wow.
This is the very spot we slept in the first time
No
we
way.
got here.
Okay, what a coincidence.
We found some little mattress on the floor, like a kid's cot
Yeah.
mattress or something. We just dragged it up, and we had nothing. We had no blankets, no sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And we
But I
just-
mean, the beautiful thing is at least you guys got each other, which is a big benefit, which a lot of people don't have. So that's really good that you guys are sticking together and you got each other.
Yeah.
Don't mind me asking this one then. Obviously, you got into substance abuse. That was before becoming homeless, obviously, right?
Yeah.
How did you actually get into that? Do you remember?
Again, I think it was various things.
Kids getting taken away.
Yeah, mine was to do with I went through a very bad divorce and kind of got into it from that side of things, and it just
Yeah.
kind of escalated from there.
Would you say it's an expensive habit?
Very.
Yeah. How much do you guys reckon you spend in like a day or a week?
We try to keep ours to a minimal because we're actually, again, like I said, we're just waiting to get on script and
Yeah.
try and, get clean. But it's just impossible to do that while you're living like this. You
Of
can't
course,
do
I can
it.
imagine. Yeah. And what do you guys find to be the toughest thing about being homeless?
Staying clean,
Yeah.
just simple, basic things.
And if you do
Having
wanna,
to shower.
yeah, I was
being
gonna
able
ask you,
to-
where do you go then when you wanna clean yourself?
There's certain churches that allow you to use the shower.
There's a local church in Barking near the Lidl. I'm not sure if you've been there because every 5 p.m. they give food.
Yeah, there's a few
You
places that give out food.
Okay,
around
you know
here
about
as well.
those. Okay. What's the one thing that you missed the most from before you became homeless?
TV,
Yeah.
Netflix.
Joseph, would you say the same?
Yeah, and just keeping clean, basically.
Keeping clean, yeah.
Seeing my kids.
Ah,
every
okay.
day. But yeah.
How easy would you say it is for someone to be homeless?
Incredibly easy. I mean, you just don't realize it. It can just be an overnight thing. I mean, with us, it just hit us. We weren't prepared for it at all. Like, if we had been, it would have been a different story. But you just don't realize how quickly it can just, everything can get
Okay.
away from you.
Yeah. And does your family know that you're homeless?
I haven't seen my family since I've been homeless, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want them to see me like this.
Okay.
Mine do, but mine kind of like, they help me as much as they can with
Okay.
my needs. So, wait. You need to,
Just one sec.
wait, take that.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do know you're homeless.
They do, but my family in particular, where they're kind of helping me with my children, they take
Yeah.
care of them for me. I don't
Okay.
really feel like I can ask them for much more.
Yeah.
I
Who
try
do you
not
have in
to.
your family?
My mum, my dad, they're separated.
Are they in in this area, East London area?
Well, they're in East London, but not this area.
Did you grow up in East London?
I grew up in Manor Park.
Okay,
by
yeah,
Cheltenham.
not far. And who do you have in your family? Sorry,
What's that, sorry?
who do you have in your family?
I've got my mum, my dad.
Yeah, and they don't.
brothers and sisters.
They probably know you're homeless, right? I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
they
but you haven't
heard from
spoken
me.
to them.
Yeah, they probably tried to come to my old place. I'm not there.
And what is the nicest thing someone has done for you guys since you've been homeless?
Booked us a room.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
we've had people be very kind. Like we had someone the other day. They came and gave us some really nice fresh blankets.
Okay.
We've had people buy us clothes.
Yeah.
Just so we
Yeah.
can get changed
Yeah.
into something fresh.
Someone offered us to go back to theirs to have a shower. And so
Yeah, just
Okay.
little
So there's a lot of nice
acts
people
of
out there, yeah?
kindness like that. They do really help.
What would you say is the meanest thing someone has done to you?
stole our sleeping bags.
Stolen our sleeping bags, stolen bags of food while
No
we've been
way.
asleep, stolen rucksacks with our dirty laundry and
Ah.
And
things in
it had our passports in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, who steals a bag of food
Yeah,
from
that's what I'm
someone
thinking.
that you know is homeless? Like,
Exactly.
what is the purpose of that?
Yeah.
I mean, the council actually took all our stuff at one point.
Oh yeah, the council did.
And
Yeah.
what?
Council
Just
did
threw it
that
away?
too. Just threw it away.
But they didn't give us no warning. I see them come, and they watch me walk off, and then when I come back, it was all gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
that's
my
a
clothes.
shame,
So
man.
there was a shop round the corner. They actually gave us a little mattress,
Yeah.
and then the council didn't like that. But we were in a position where the police won't move us on. We're okay where we are. They're actually
Okay.
really good with us
Yeah?
around here.
Yeah, the police are
We
fine.
don't shoplift. We don't
Yeah.
hassle people. We don't, we're not sitting there taking drugs in the middle of the street
Yeah.
and stuff like that. We try to be respectful.
Yeah.
So the police generally don't bother us. I mean, they'll come over, say hello, see how we're doing, like make sure we're okay.
How are the other homeless people towards you guys?
That's hit and miss. I mean, some of them are great.
Have you
and
made some like homeless
helpful.
friends as well?
Yeah and no. It's,
What do you
it's
mean?
a hard kind of...
You don't know whether to call them friends or not.
I'd say more allies or acquaintances.
Okay.
You make mates.
Yeah, a lot of
But-
homeless people have said that actually. That
Yeah, there's not
you got
really
acquaintances.
real friends.
Yeah.
Because at
So
the
that-
end of the day, everyone's out for themselves.
Yeah, and that reminds me. What about your friends from before you became homeless? Your actual friends from your life before? Did they not come through to help you, or have you not told them?
I haven't told them. No, I don't want them to see me like this, to be fair.
Yeah.
be honest.
Don't mind me asking, because you know a lot of homeless people that we interview, and we've interviewed so many all over
Yeah.
London. They say the same thing, that they don't want to tell other people that they're homeless, and they don't want to reach out for help from them. Why is that? Because for me, who's not homeless, logically I would think the first thing I would do is I would go and get help from people I know, because
Yeah.
they love me and I love them. But why do homeless people not do that?
I think it's a combination of things. Sometimes it is a little bit, your pride, and
Yeah.
you don't want your friends to pity you or anything. And I think for some people, it's a case of they don't want to do what they know is really necessary.
Okay.
Especially if you have drug issues, they don't want to.
'Cause
get
you know what
clean.
needs to be done, but you're not ready to do it.
They're not
Yeah.
want to do it.
Okay, very well said.
So it's a case of, they would know to get the help they
Yeah.
need, they have to comply with certain
Now, you
things,
know,
and they don't wanna
people
do it.
watch our videos from all over the world, and they often wonder, Yaz, that what kind of things could they do to help the homeless? What kind of advice would you give them that genuinely want to help homeless people? What could they do?
I would say just, treat them like people. Don't judge them. Don't think you know what's best for them. If you're willing to offer them something, just offer it to them. At the same time, don't be guilted into giving more than you want to. Don't fall for some sob story and let someone in your home if you don't know them.
Okay, yeah.
Don't be overly generous either.
Okay.
But just treat them like a human being, treat them like a person, just talk to them like a person. Sometimes that's the nicest thing you can do for
Yeah.
someone.
And Joseph, I want to ask you, what kind of things make you happy on the streets?
Well, being with Yaz, just, I don't know, being able to clean and that stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what about you, Yaz? What makes you happy?
I think just, being able to kind of be functional,
Yeah.
doing the things I need to do to kind of feel a step closer to where I would rather be than being here.
And what makes you sad?
Being frustrated and finding obstacles I can't get over, or people claiming to want to help and letting you down,
Okay.
especially local authorities.
And if you guys could get one wish, what would your one wish be?
To get housed quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, you interrupted. Aren't you gone yet?
I'm off in an hour. Where did you get that?
Where? What?
Oh,
So
let's
just give
finish up.
us 1 minute.
Right, no problem.
Yeah.
You do something.
Yeah.
What's the one lesson that you guys have learned being homeless?
I think it's to rely on yourself, be self-sufficient, make your own provisions, back yourself up. Don't rely too much on anyone else.
Okay, amazing. And suppose a homeless person came up to you guys today and they said, "Oh, Yaz, Joseph, it's my first day being homeless. I need some help." What advice would you give them?
I think just where to get sleeping bags, where to sleep, where's safe, where's
Yeah.
not safe.
Who to trust and not to trust.
Okay.
Yeah, things like that, where to get food from, just being able to point them in the right direction to those kinds of services, because if you can't get through your day-to-day survival, you can't do much else.
And just coming to the end, then I want to ask you, what if you could go back? Is there anything that you would change?
Well, obviously, I think, try to do more to avoid getting in this situation to begin with the housing situation.
Yeah.
But it's all a case of, you can't beat yourself up about mistakes you've made in the past. You've just
Of
got
course.
to learn from them and then
Yeah.
hopefully not repeat them in the future.
And I'm guessing that's what you're hoping, that once you get housed, you can
Yeah.
not make those same mistakes again.
Yeah, definitely.
People that walk past you every day,
What you doing? Who you represent?
we have a project for YouTube. You can check us out. It's called The Unseen Homeless.
Right? So you ask questions?
Yeah, we interview the homeless.
Well, when you finish, I'd like to talk to you, answer some of your questions.
We'll have a chat, yeah. All right. So I want to ask you, so people that walk...
He'll never stop
Oh,
talking.
you met him before, yeah?
know him.
All right. Now, people that walk past you, what's the one thing that you feel they don't know about homeless people that you so wish that they knew?
I I think just they make a lot of assumptions about homeless people must all be this or all be that. They don't realise, we're not that different from who you are or where you're from.
And what would your final message be to the world? What would you want everyone to know?
Just don't be blind to the things around you. At the end of the day, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me what you believe in, what you don't believe in. Like, the one true power we all have is you get to choose whether your little space in the universe is going to be a better or worse place for having you in it. So what you do will affect that.
Wow, that's deep. Okay, that's deep.
That's my Zen moment for the day,
Well,
guys.
look, thank you so much for your time and chatting to us. One last thing now, people actually donate money to our channel, and what we do with the money is we help the homeless people by buying them gift cards for Tesco and Sainsbury's, which have £30 on it, so you can buy anything from Sainsbury's and Tesco. And also we give them clothes and things like that to help them.
Yeah.
What's your message to the people that donate money for the homeless?
I think, just even if it's for projects that are valid like that and you see that they're doing stuff like that, give to places like that, local projects, like active local projects. It's much better than giving to some big international charity that, 1% of the donations actually go to real...
Brilliant, very well said. All right.
It's very much appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much as well for chatting to us, and God bless you guys. Yeah, take care.
Thank
Yes, thank you so much for contacting us again. Now, you told us that you finally, thank God, you've got a place now, a hostel in Hackney.
Yes.
So tell us, how did that happen?
Well, the street team have been kind of liaising with our local authority, which is Newham, for us.
Yeah.
They got in touch with, it's like the Homelessness Prevention Unit at Newham Council. A bit of back and forth, a lot of pestering and repeatedly harassing them. I think about 3 or 4 nights in, like, they did the kind of like booking us a hotel every evening while they were sorting it out, which was actually at the Barking Hotel.
Yeah.
It was a bit inconvenient because we'd have to check out at 12 and they wouldn't let us, while they were trying to sort things out and find a location, they wouldn't really know what they were doing with us. So it wasn't until 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening at the earliest that they would rebook the hotel.
Yeah.
So we kind of ended up out on the streets during the daytime. But we had somewhere to sleep at night.
Now, this hostel that you got, how long were you waiting for it?
Well, I mean, more or less for the last 4 or 5 months we've been on the streets. So quite a while.
That's good. And how does it feel to have your hostel now?
It actually feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually pleasantly surprised by the room. The place itself is actually really clean.
So you're sharing that with Joe?
Yeah, at the moment.
And is it a one room, double bed?
It's a double room. It's en suite.
Yeah,
It's pretty self-contained. Like, each floor has its own kitchen for that floor with a proper cooker and everything in it. Your room has like a little fridge and a microwave and stuff in it. So, I mean, I guess we could get a kettle and toaster and make it a bit more private. The bathroom's really weird because it's en suite. It's got like a little shower cubicle with the toilet in it. So it kind of you could practically shower on the toilet, but you never have to clean the toilet.
Okay. And how is it there then? How are the people there? You were mentioning there's people with certain issues there as well. Because a lot of people that watch our videos, they don't know how a hostel looks or works.
This hostel in particular, it's classed as kind of like supported secure accommodation. So they always have a member of staff on reception.
Okay.
You have to have a key fob to get in and out. You've got to sign in. Because of COVID, they don't allow visitors at the moment, but normally they would.
Okay.
So I guess they put people there that maybe have issues or are classed as maybe a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
So either substance misuse issues. There are quite a few people I've kind of gauged that might have some mental health issues.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier. Okay.
But I mean, honestly, as far as I can tell, no one there's aggressive.
How long are they planning to keep you guys there?
That, honestly, we don't know. I mean, I know people that have been in hostels. They've told me they've been there 8 months. There's people that have been there longer. But there are people that have been housed after 6 weeks. So it's really anybody's guess.
And then you messaged us the other day and you said you need some stuff for your hostel. So we're going to help you get that today.
Yeah, because the timing was just...
What kind of things do you need?
But we don't get paid until the end of the month, So really just the basics, like bedding, like maybe
some clothes as well.
Change of clothes, some sliders for in the shower or something.
Well, look, we're here outside.
I mean, anything
Asda.
you guys can help us with, really. Because
No, don't worry, it's our
obviously
pleasure.
being on the streets, more or less, every time you manage to get anything, it either gets stolen or moved
Yeah.
or thrown away or lost in some way.
At least now you got a place you can keep it safe there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we can start building stuff up, and it's all stuff like, you know, we can plan to get stuff that we can actually, hopefully, when we get moved on to somewhere more
Yeah,
homely and permanent, it's stuff we can take with us now.
100%. All right, well, let's get you that stuff then, yeah? Let's
Yeah.
do it. All right. So yes, yeah, we got all the stuff done. Let's have a look at the bags there.
Okay, well, there's more. I've got
There's
my friend
more?
helping me carry
Alright,
some stuff.
thank
and there's
you
a
so
few more
much.
bags over there.
So we've got a lot of stuff.
We've got a lot of stuff. We've got the basics to kit me out so we can get started to having a normal life again. Just wanted to say a really big thank you to everyone who's donated and made all of this possible.
That's so
Thank
good
you,
to hear.
guys.
Thank you so much. God bless you.